Get ready. Mark Kaiser, Steve LeBlanc, and Pat Reeve go after some of the biggest bucks we've seen this season.
Here comes a buck.
It's the best of on this triple play episode of Winchester Whitetail Revolution. Winchester's Whitetail Revolution is brought to you by Winchester Ammunition, the American legend. Otis Technologies, the most advanced gun care system in the world. Code Blue, perfecting the science of hunting. Winchester Rifles and Shotguns, the guns that work. Bushnell Optics, magnify life. This season, Mark Kaiser headed to Wyoming in hopes of bagging a great western whitetail buck. On the west side of the Bighorn Mountains lies the old west town of Graybull, Wyoming. Its name comes from the Graybull River, which was named for a white buffalo once seen on its banks. Graybull offers access to excellent big game hunting, including our beloved whitetail.
These little strips and ribbons of timber along the rivers and creeks from central Wyoming, especially to the east, have got some super whitetail hunting. Good densities, and they're in very confined areas. Boy, this looks like the spot, huh?
Yeah, it should be a pretty good setup. You can watch this field here and the other one back behind here. We'll just get you up here on the bale. I'll have to give you a boost up there probably, but...
Make sure you're strong enough?
Yeah, I think we can get her done.
If you're going to go on a western whitetail hunt, always try to find some elevation, just like your tree stands back in the Midwest or East.
Oh man, all those deer are coming out in that other field. I got nothing on this field. I better make a move right now, or I'm gonna miss them.
He had to make a move on the deer because they didn't come in there close enough. They came in the other end of a different field.
Man, there's no bucks out there yet, but if I'm gonna get a shot at anything going on, I gotta get over to that field.
But once I'd made that move, I felt good. And as the light dipped, things began to happen, and they were happening fast. Out of the corner of my eye, I caught sight of a good whitetail buck. And he wasn't just walking out in the field, sneaking out into the field, pitter-pattering out in the field. He was hauling. He was running out onto the field. I guess he was trying to catch up to all the other deer that were already out there, mule deer and whitetail. putting that buck down cleanly and quickly was, man, that was a highlight. But then something amazing happened. The deer didn't take off. They didn't know what happened. They didn't know if it was a clap of thunder or what. And the does started moseying back to look at this buck to see, hey buddy, what's up? Why are you down? Get up. And there he is right there. Whew. God, look at that. What a good buck. Oh, and look at the character. It's a good Wyoming whitetail right there. Good brows. Look at the extra kickers here. He's got a sticker on his G2 up here. Look at this. Notched out ear. Nice mature buck. He's dark horned. Look at how these main beams scoop up. What really tops this whole hunt off, this is in my backyard. Right there's what tops it off. Can you picture a more beautiful setting to hunt whitetails in than the mountains of the West, right here in Wyoming? That is as gorgeous as it gets. Here comes a buck.
Don't go away. The action's just begun on this special edition of Winchester Whitetail Revolution. This season, Steve LeBlanc traveled to Illinois in search of a monster whitetail. But before we get into the action, let's check in with Mike Hanback for this week's Buck of a Lifetime.
Iowa outfitter Tim Young sent us this cool story about his daughter's first buck. It was Mackenzie's second year of hunting. She and Dad went out on opening day of the 2007 Iowa Youth Hunt. They set up a makeshift blind with hay bales in a field and waited. They saw a few does in a spike, but Mackenzie wisely passed on them. When all of a sudden a big buck stepped out. Mackenzie kept her cool and made a perfect shot. The deer ran 100 yards and piled up dead. What a first buck. By the way, did I mention that Mackenzie Young is 6 years old? Needless to say, that's a hunt that Dad and daughter will never forget. And doesn't that go right to the heart and soul of what deer hunting should be? Getting out there and enjoying the fields and forests with the kids we love. For more great big buck action, check us out on the web at versuscountry.com.
This season, Colorado wildlife artist and hunter Steve LeBlanc made it out to Western Illinois. The area is known for monster bucks, and that's what Steve was counting on. Sugar Creek Outfitters operates several hunting ranches in Western Illinois. This area is famous for trophy deer, many of which find their way into the record books each season.
We are here for opening day of Illinois shotgun season. Of course, that's done with slug guns, and it's an exciting time of year. We really have a very short window of time that we can hunt these deer with firearms.
You know, the ranches here started, the first ranch, Sugar Creek 1, started in the 90s, was developed. Brad was very instrumental in the development of this ranch.
Illinois is all about archery for the most part, you know, but the firearm season is exciting. Everybody gets excited about it.
This year, it looks like we're right in the middle of the rut, so I'm extremely excited about my opportunity and my chances of killing a really great buck. So they have now 3 ranches, over 5,000 acres, Sugar Creek 1, Sugar Creek 2, Sugar Creek 3.
We acquired a property originally in 1990, and this is one of the properties of the 3 properties of Sugar Creek Outfitters. You know, what's happened since 1990 is pretty evident. There's some monster deer growing in all 3 of these Sugar Creek Outfitters properties.
I am excited because there are some monster bucks here. Hopefully it brings somebody with it.
Brad, there's a deer out here. That's a good looking deer. That's the one you want right there. How far, Brad? How far do you think it is? It's no more than about 120 at the most. Whenever you're ready. I'm gonna take him. Okay. You got him. Going down. He's down.
Oh man, that thing was thick and there's nowhere.
Oh, out of nowhere.
That thing was, oh, I just looked down there, all of a sudden it just showed up.
Beautiful deer.
Oh,
Beautiful.
yes.
That's what you're waiting on, right
Yeah.
there. There he is, man. Beautiful. Congratulations. That's a great deer.
Thanks.
Great deer.
Oh, he's gorgeous.
Yep.
Look at that.
Boy, they were really rutting this morning, weren't they? Incredible.
Yep. Really good. Yeah, you can tell they've been fighting. Its cape's all marred up. Gosh
Beautiful.
darn. What a gorgeous deer. Thanks, man.
You bet. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Woo.
We
Oh,
got
I
it
love
done. Well, we better get our tag on him, right?
Yep. I got it right here in
You
my
got
pocket.
it on him? Okay. There you go.
There's so many great things about being able to go out and hunt with your friends. You know, the quality of game is there, and it's fun to always kill a really big buck and trophy, whatever. But spending time with your dear friends and in the woods, the things have that mutual enjoyment that we share together, and that's what brought us together 31 years ago. You know, when we were just young kids. I just feel extremely blessed that I'm able to be in a country where I can go do those kind of things, spend time with friends, and just had a great, wonderful, 4 days.
Stay tuned as we head to Saskatchewan for part 3 of this best of Winchester Whitetail Revolution. Winchester's Whitetail Revolution is brought to you by Winchester Ammunition, the American legend. Otis Technologies, the most advanced gun care system in the world. Code Blue, perfecting the science of hunting. Winchester Rifles and Shotguns, the guns that work. Bushnell Optics, magnify life. Pat Reeve found his way north to the big woods and even bigger whitetail of Saskatchewan, Canada. Reeve has traveled to the Great White North to experience the fall colors of west central Saskatchewan. The area he'll be hunting whitetail in, around the village of Green Lake, is vast and wide woods and water. The history of the village itself stretches back to the early days in the province of the Hudson Bay Company fur trading posts.
Well, opening morning here in Saskatchewan, and it's getting light. And what we got to do first is go shoot the bows and make sure they're still on from the trip. So that's what we're gonna do. Just a little bit high. We were shooting high to the left on the very first shot. We moved it about 4 times now, and we're dialing her in, but it was off quite a bit from the trip. So there's a good tip for you right away to make sure that when you get to camp, wherever you're going on location, and make sure you shoot your weapon. I know you hear that time and time again, but you owe it to the animal to make sure your weapon's on, and that's what we're doing. That's better.
It may not involve planes, trains, and automobiles, but getting to the hunting stand in Saskatchewan is never less than an adventure that can require the use of boats, ATVs, and plain old boot leather to penetrate the depths of the remote terrain.
Brian took us way back in. I felt like I was definitely in big deer country. And you never know what's going to come walking out in these woods. We didn't sit there long, and we spotted a couple deer coming in our direction. And eventually there was does and fawns. And then I looked up, and here come a real nice buck. And at first I thought he was maybe a shooter.
I just don't think he's a shooter. Looks like he's about a 130, but he's got beams that turn down. That's pretty cool. Just not the buck I'm looking for.
Certainly a deer that I would normally shoot in some different places in the country, but I came all the way to Saskatchewan. I was definitely going to hold out for a bigger buck. Something was going on. Not sure, you know, if it was the moon or what had them up moving around. Maybe it was the cooler temperatures, but the deer they're definitely moving more during midday hours.
Back in that thick stuff, it's a buck. Not a shooter, but it looks like he's an 8. He's coming this way, right at us.
At one point I was watching, there was a doe, and the doe actually tipped me off to something in the woods.
I think I just heard a grunt right over here. I know I heard a grunt right here. Oh, there's a deer right here. I'm pretty sure it's a big buck. Yeah, it's a big buck. He's going to the right. It's a good one. I think it's a shooter.
Then it was just game on. I mean, I grabbed my bow and just went into automatic mode and got ready for the shot.
Here he comes, he's coming out. He's coming out. Shoulder.
Just by the way he took off and ran out of there, I knew that he was hit pretty good.
He's going back through that. I can hear him crashing. I think he just went down. Yes! I cannot believe it. That's a monster buck. He's got some stickers. He looks like a Big 10. I am rattled. I cannot believe it.
Pat's broadhead arrow has given him a bright, clear blood trail to follow through the thick woods. And from the looks of the sign, it will only be a matter of time before he finds the buck.
Hey, right here. He's right here.
Yes!
Oh, that's a nice deer. Holy buckets. Oh, he's a beauty. Look at that. A big 10. He's got some stickers right here off his bases. I could see those when he come in. I knew he was a shooter. This is exactly the feeling I love. This is why I hunt right here, is to get my hands on animals like this. This is awesome.
3 great hunts with 3 great results. And that's the whitetail revolution.